It's Week 16 of the NFL. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Cardinals and the Lions, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson down to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. To throw is Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd down and 5. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Pollard again. Oh, nice move. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tony Pollard, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The numbers for him from a week ago, 24 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch. Because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Purdy. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Purdy on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's run down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Purdy off the play fake. Steps away. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Watson on 1st down. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here come the Lions now, as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They find some open field here. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Purdy. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The Lions at 3-11 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's Purdy. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Detroit. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that is incomplete. Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson has got it to Williams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Pollard going to try the right side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That's the 3rd time on this drive that these 2 have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st down, it's Watson. he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Thomas, 28 yards. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Lions 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now here's Pollard, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. On 1st and 10, Watson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a first down throw, Watson. Swinging this out for Pollard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From just shy of midfield, Watson. Well, this is caught by Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Watson looks to throw again. That is caught. It's Williams. In the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his man. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Well, a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Watson.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. Clock running as he's brought down, but now you can't spike it. It's 4th down.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Purdy.
Open man, that's Renfro. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Purdy.
Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, it's Purdy.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, Eckler. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Purdy on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They run the option on 2nd down.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Hey, been there, done that.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Purdy to throw it on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and the Cards will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a give here to Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Watson's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here's Watson. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Summers. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Run for Pollard. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. One quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now at Ford Field. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Pollard again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he returns this to the 22. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Purdy. That is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. A handoff, it's Eckler. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cardinals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense on 3rd down today, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 8. Caught left side, Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 56 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try the air now with Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Summers.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now they're in the hurry-up. Another try after the 1st down sack. Purdy on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, 1st down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now Pollard. And some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Here's Pollard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the Packers and the Lions, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers.
Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. He's Charles Davis. Full disclosure, we both have mittens. We both have coats on up here in the booth. This one, it's going to be interesting.
I've got the long johns, the socks, the boots, you name it. You know me in cold weather, we don't get along all that well. But these games are always interesting because you never know how it's going to play out. One slip, someone's going for 80 yards, and you could lose a game.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Hoping to get rid of that interception bug.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Looking deep for Adams. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Andre Cisco.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Throwing on second and long. Jones.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing, Jones. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Boswell's kick is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. The Lions at a woeful 3-12 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you talk about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Throwing here, Purdy. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Odafe Oweh.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3-4 quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the press, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10.
And the Packers pick it up. Oh, what a juke into space. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebration.
They're not choreographed very well usually.
And all in all, pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And Detroit getting set to go now. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Purdy. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Purdy. Man open, here is Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Hayden Hurst from 13 yards out. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
That pass complete to Moore.
30. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Sanders again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy. He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
On 2nd and 9, Purdy.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be Packer football. And now, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Always unfortunate. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st down, Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos. CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, well, we look at the defense. They came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. David Njoku from 10 yards out. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. This one fielded at the 5. The Lions offense set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter, now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after it.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. It's first touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Packers just continue to roll.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That is taken in by Hurst. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap for Goff.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Again, Goff. Under pressure, they got him again.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Flushed out right.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Packers continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing again is Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual
4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing Jones.
Right back to Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
But these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Sanders will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
He'll get this to Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Rolling to his right.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another run with Sanders, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Open man, that's Renfro. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Zay Jones, 70 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now here's another interception. picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 23.
The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Off the bootleg, Jones. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a third effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a fourth.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out now come the Lions. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And some room to maneuver.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And they will take a knee here. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was